What's up, boys? you and Eric's determination to never be verticaled at. Unbeatable. Absolutely unbeatable. What's up, Eric? How are you, dude? What's up, Nacho? How are you, brother? Hope you're having a good afternoon, mate. Hope you're having a good night, Eric. What's up, Skynet? How are you, dude? G'day, legend. Studying today. Can't join the full stream. That's all good, man. I appreciate you jumping in and saying hello. Tiny thumbnail in a box for me. What's up, Capatheist? How are you, dude? Good to see you, mate. Alright, lads. Alright. Shall we have a bit of an MMA live stream, lads? Shall we hang out and have a bit of an MMA live stream? Can't stay for long, unfortunately. Oh, no, Nacho. I'm sorry to hear it, dude. I hope it's nothing bad. I hope it's only good things. You're going out with the boys, getting up on the beers, something like that. Enjoying this nice sunny winter's day that we are having in Melbourne. Ban Nacho for being a fake fan? Absolutely not. The chat needs Nacho. As we were saying yesterday, I don't ban people for disagreeing with me. I mod them. That's how real of a streamer I choose to be. This ain't no echo chamber. I make my biggest enemy in the stream my mod. Same, got a doctor's appointment. Alright, so I guess I'll just stream to myself this afternoon. That's fine. Whatever. That's fine. Ban Big Dig for believing in doctors. Yeah, we should, mate. Dig, you shouldn't be using doctors, alright? You should just be, like, mixing up some sort of mud and herbs and putting it on there. What's up, Kenny? How are you, dude? Been waiting for you to go live. I'm live now, Kenny. This one's just for you, mate.
Why are you gay? You are gay.
You didn't even need to say anything gay. You just got it free. I thought you'd join Fight Night Frankie's stream earlier. They did reviews and stuff regarding the pound for pound. Tommy, it's just at a horrible time zone for me. So I love Frankie. I love his stream. But yeah, there's a reason I don't go on there because it's on at like 5:30, 6 a.m. in the morning for me. And that's when I'm going to the gym, mate. That's when I'm getting in me big, thick old gains. So yeah. Hard for me to make it on there. When I don't refresh, if you go vertical, it stays the same layout, just the picture goes super small. That's why you should refresh, so you get a decently sized picture. I should just pray and fix my diabetes. That's what you should do, mate. Just pray and, don't eat sugary foods. Ban the Capatheist for copying me. Ban Monkey for being gay. No, Eric. What's up, Bilal's good eye? How are you, dude? Ban Atomic for watching other streamers. No solidarity required. I don't know what you mean, Capatheist. And ban Bilal for being like, Eric's in a very banny mood today. What has the US military done lately, mate? What has the US military done to get you in such a banny mood, Eric? I want to know. I've been noticing things, and you know how it is on the internet, boys. Once you start noticing things, you can't unnotice things. This argument from Team Makachev, right? This argument. Past his prime Charles Oliveira, past his prime Alexander Volkanovski. Now, this is in reference to Ilia Topuria's win streak. Past his prime Alexander Volkanovski, past his prime Charles Oliveira. But then they just go. Extremely Asian was chucking this in yesterday. I've noticed MMA Joey chucking this in. I'm noticing all the Islam fans just chucking this sentence in here as well. Past his prime Max Holloway. Max Holloway's 33. Max Holloway got the shit beaten out of him by Alexander Volkanovski, but Alexander Volkanovski is maybe the 6th or 7th best fighter of all time. I'll just say that again. Max Holloway has only lost to Alexander Volkanovski, the 6th best fighter, maybe the 7th or 6th best fighter of all time, and Ilia Topuria. Apart from that, he absolutely destroyed the featherweight division. In fact, the UFC were trying to keep contenders away from Max Holloway because he was cleaning up the UFC's featherweight division way too quickly, and there was no one left for Volk to fight. And he had just come off the performance of his career at UFC 300, a weight class above. Previously, where he had just struggled at. Past his prime Max Holloway is such an insane statement to make from the Islam Makhachev fans. But I noticed that seems to be one of their talking points that they're putting out there. W notice. It is good to notice, isn't it, Eric? And once you start noticing, you can't stop. Hang on a minute. Who owns everything? Hang on a minute. Nothing bad, just family stuff. I get it, Nacho. I completely get it, dude. Enjoy it, dude. Ban Eric for being too sexy and getting way too many bit. We might have to ban Eric for that, for being too sexy. Although, Eric, the way that you get the bitches, the way that you get the baddies, isn't exactly consensual. So, there is that. Only one champ versus 3 goats of their division. Max is only 33. He ain't what? That's what I mean. The idea that Max Holloway is washed is they're just chucking that one on there. They're just chucking that one on there. Like, it's insane that they're throwing that one on there, and I don't like it. Holloway's way past his prime. You can see Max aging in the face. Doug is just coping because Dougie is 36 and Holloway is 33. I'm very open about my age. Insanely open about my age. And I'm going to enjoy being 36 because we're in the last month of Dougie being 36. But Holloway promise has a way older brain and body than... But Holloway, I promise, has a way older brain and body than Dougie by now. Well, thank you, Kenny. I appreciate that, mate. I mean, all true, but who has Islam beat that is in their prime? When Islam beat Charles Oliveira, he was in his prime. When Islam beat and got the first win over Alexander Volkanovski, Volk was in his prime. Max Holloway is the Max Holloway of the featherweight. Exactly, Eric. He's so high level, Max Holloway. He is the Max Holloway of the heavyweight division. Unbanned down under DJ. Save DJ Aiden. What's up, Christian Gray? How are you, dude? Is the video finished? Hey yo, how are you, brother? King of Perth, Dustin Bilal 5045. What's up, Big Mitch? How are you, dude? Good to see you back in the stream, bro. Thanks for jumping back in. Leave a like as well, boys, especially, Skynet and Nacho and Dig, all the guys that are just popping in to say g'day before you got to go on and do what you got to do with your lives. Give it a quick little like for the stream. I really appreciate it. I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing okay. I'm very cooked this week, but I'm all right. I'm doing all right. I'm hanging in there. How are you? How are you enjoying this beautiful... Are you in Melbourne, Mitch? You got Australian vibes. Are you in Melbourne? What city are you in, dude? Combined record of first 15 opponents: Khabib 37 to 26, Ilya 130 to 23. Jesus Christ, bro! What happened to the yellowish lighting? Is it daytime? Well, it's really sunny today, so I've got the lights. I've got the curtains open on the balcony, and I'm just enjoying looking out at the ocean. The ocean's very nice today. There's no breeze. It's nice flat ocean. There's no clouds. There's barely any clouds in the sky. It's beautiful and sunny winter's day. I kind of wanted to do the stream on the balcony, to be honest. When I was setting up, I was like, I wonder if I could just take my laptop out onto the balcony and just do the stream on the balcony. Past his prime and washed are not the same thing. Max, number one, Max isn't even washed. Max isn't washed. Max isn't past his prime. Max is, I would say, a 33-year-old Max Holloway, coming off the performance of his career, is a prime Max Holloway. Free my... Okay, alright. Okay, Christian Grey. There's a lot of subtle things going on there, mate. Brother, Max has no grappling, no wrestling, no brawling. Honestly, some skill could be better. He could... Well, I mean, some skill. I mean, Max is just good at what he's good at. But yeah, I get what you're saying, Skynet. You're in Canada. Oh, there you go. Alright, shout out to Canada. Shout out. What's up, you colossal Chad? How are you, mate? Good to see you. Casual? That's alright, dude. You can be a casual and be in the stream. I don't mind, dude. You don't, like, not everyone in the stream is going to be a hardcore. You can just casually enjoy MMA and pop in. That's all good, dude. Well, shout out to Canada, Mitch, and shout out to Canada to Chris. Mitch Green is in Canada. Thank you for your look, sir. Now I know where you are, sir. You'll be getting phone calls, sir. Do not redeem, sir. Max is the new Tony Ferguson. Absolutely not true, Kenny. If you think Max is in his prime, you must be bloody blind, dickhead. Skynet's always got scamming on the mind, and we love to see it. Typically, Melbourne has the same weather as Warney. Today has been quite nice. It has been quite nice, hasn't it, Bilal's good eye? It's been very nice. That's why I'm thinking of. I was like, geez. You know what? Today was one of those days. It's been so gloomy lately. It's been so gloomily and wet and winter-esque. As I was driving through my local suburb, I looked at the sports bar. I looked at the pub that we walked to the other day when we did the beach stream, and I was like, I might just not stream this Arvo. I might just walk up to the pub and get a steak and have a few pots and just have the night off. I was this close to pulling the pin on the stream, I'll tell you what. Colossal Chad says he's a racist as well. Well, Colossal Chad, maybe being in this stream, you won't be a racist, We've got such a mixed community here. We've got Skynet, who's Indian. We've got Eric, who's a white supreme pizza. We've just got so many different races and nationalities in here. We've got Bilal's good eye, who's the Muslim part of Bilal. Charles is more close to Tony right now, unfortunately. Very true, Skynet. It's fucking red hot in England recently. Dig, it's 26 degrees. It's not red hot in England, okay? It's a mild Melbourne day. You guys freak out over nothing. But you decided to stream. Good boy. Thanks, Eric. I appreciate it. Doesn't mean I won't go to the pub later. Doesn't mean I won't call this stream off at an hour tight and just wander down to the pub on my own volition. Right, that was the first thing that I wanted to see. I just wanted to clear that up. And also, the other thing that the Muslim fans out there, just to put a cap on the argument of who's better, Islam Makhachev or Ilia Topuria. In every conversation, how the Muslim fans are like, they'll say something like this, right? They'll say something like this. They'll say something like this. Here we go. Right, so this is Ariel Hawani talking about is Ilia Topuria's resume better than Khabib's? Don't worry about that. That's ridiculous. But what they'll say is something like this: 29-0, end of discussion. Right? They love to be like Khabib brother, undefeated brother, 29-0 brother. Islam Makhachev's been knocked out. Ilia Topuria is undefeated. Islam Makhachev's been knocked out. Ilia Topuria has been undefeated. So, the sword cuts both ways, my Muslim brothers, when you want to bring up that argument. There we go. Yeah. And also, just by the way, dearest Muslim fans. Just saying, he's been knocked out and he's popped. Islam Makhachev flagged for banned substance. UFC Fox 19 matchup against Drew Dober cancelled. Just saying, Ilia Topuria is undefeated and never popped for anything. Just saying. The sword cuts both ways. When you guys want to bring up these arguments in your pro-Khabib arguments, the sword cuts both ways. Just putting it out there. Islam Makhachev fans. Alright, let me read some chats. Okay, where am I at? I love Max, but it's hilarious how we moved up to lightweight to start fresh, just for Ilya to win the belt there again. Can't move down either because Volk is the champion. Yeah, Max is the real victim here, Atomic 3301. Max Holloway is the real fucking victim here, dude. No, you don't understand the humidity on an island. It's different to a continent-sized country. We have humidity here, Dig, alright? Queensland is a tropical region. Christian Gray, thank you for your location too. Don't you mention the Canadian? I'm sorry, but Ilya beats JDM. What's up, Dubspeak? How are you, dude? I hope not. I'm still going to be picking JDM, but there's a lot of bias on that one. India deserves nothing but respect. I agree, Colossal Chat. I mean, if you can make your way to almost a second world country just by scamming people over the phone, you absolutely deserve respect. Muslim fans be like, brother, Allah was sleeping when Umar and Islam lost. Can't be counted, brother. P.S. I don't hate the Muslims or the Islam. I don't hate them either. I'm just saying, like, they're the ones that throw out this constant argument of Khabib undefeated, brother. Okay. Alright, fine. Ilia Topuria, undefeated, brother. Is it, mate? You realize most of the Queensland is in the tropical climate? Exactly. We have humidity. Some of his camp popped too when they used IVs. There you go. People forget, man. That's right. They're the most annoying fan base. They are a very annoying fan base. They only like to shoot in one direction. JDM, and we all live on the coast. UFC India when the Indians win a single UFC fight. Not a joke. Win one fight, India, in the UFC in the men's division. Just one. You're 20% of the Earth's population. Alright, next thing that I wanted to cover real quick before we get into card building next year. Before we get into card building the rest of this year. This. This. What we are looking at is the screen of Paddy Pimblett versus what's his name? Max Gordon, James Gordon. What's this guy's name again? Gordon. What's his bloody name? The bald guy that Paddy Pimblett lost to. What's this guy's name? Jared Gordon. That's it. Right here, Paddy Pimblett versus Jared Gordon. Bang, boink, big overhand. Boink. Big overhand from Jared Gordon. Boom. Paddy Pimblett always running in with his bloody chin in the air like an absolute genius. Absolute genius is Paddy Pimblett. What's up, Rob's Neighbor? How are you, dude? Good to see you, brother. Here we go again. Another one. And boink. Bang. Big overhand. Boink. Boink. That's 2 in a row. Paddy Pimblett is giving Ilia Topuria all kinds of... Charles Oliveira all kinds of shit for running with his chin in the air. Yeah. Paddy Pimblett gets hit on the chin almost every single fight. Almost every single fight. So, yeah, Paddy Pimblett versus Ilia Topuria. He's going to die. He's going to die in there. He is going to die. Oh, he's died. You're absolutely right, Eric. He is going to die in there. Paddy Pimblett is going to die. You know, Dan Hooker never got sued for defamation. If Islam was innocent, then Dan Hooker would have been forked. Yeah, I don't know about defamation, but I get what you mean, Mitch. Yeah, I mean, the writing on the wall was kind of like when Islam Makhachev's coach was like, he's allowed to use IVs, brother. How are you, Rob's Neighbor? How's the channel going, bro? If you guys are interested in all things motorbiking, if you have a motorbike or you're a motorbike enthusiast or you want to watch motorbiking content, go and check out Rob's Neighbor. He makes wholesome motorbike videos. The secret life of old Mac the Traveler. Can this monster plow really fix the driveway? These homemade mini bikes shouldn't run, but they do. All sorts of fun and wholesome motorbiking content for the motorbiking enthusiasts out there. Go check it out. Jubilee deserves Nate the Train. Give him Nate the Train, brother. If I ain't losing, I'm probably winning. What's up, Larry? Good to see you, dude. How are you, man? India was already an ancient empire. Meanwhile, your ancestors were learning about wearing clothes. You want to play the Empire game with India and the colonizers? Like, I'm half Australian, you know, Anglo-Saxon, you know, British, like half British. You want to play the who was the better colonizing? You want to play who was the better Empire game? Really, Colossal Chad? You want to play that game? Pooty the Booty ain't winning. No, he won't. Ilya's watching that and he's bloody salivating. I agree, Eric. I really hope JDM beats the brakes off Islam. I think he will, mate. I think he will. What's up, Larry? How are you, dude? How are you enjoying your day? Your night? How are you enjoying your night, man? Yeah, Paddy's been rocked and hurt many times in the regionals. I hope he pulls off a flying triangle, kind of upset. But he gets unalived most likely. Yeah, I mean, if there's an upset, it's going to be bloody hilarious, Chris. I'll give you that one. But yeah, I think he dies in there. India was an ancient empire, but lost to a bunch of white Brits. It was a skill issue. There you go, Skynet. Based Skynet. Where's Rob and why are you his... Whoa, Eric. Who in all the chat be popping right now? All the chat's popping right now. Not a scam limp. I'm taking a shit. Beautiful. Who in all the chat be pooping? Oh, there you go. Larry's taking a poo. Eric's taking a poo. Thank you. I've got more in the works. I love it, Rob's Neighbor. It's fucking awesome, man. Well done. Yes, let us not play the colonizer game. I'm taking a big glorious poo. That's great. Okay, there's brick houses here. We go outside and we're short. Yeah, how about yourself? I'm doing all right. I'm struggling a bit today, but I'm doing all right. DDP beats Hamzat Chimaev too. I hope so, but it's a close one. DDP by whatever the fuck he wants. Don't know about all that, dig. So we have glorious pasta. Is Dougie taking a poo right now? I'm not taking a poo right now. Now, was there anything else that I wanted to cover on MMA Twitter before we get into it? Is there anything else I want to cover on Twitter before we get into it? No? No? I think that was about it. We can get into the card builder, finally. Something we've been trying to do for 3 goddamn days. Yeah, MMA Twitter is still just arguing over who's better, Ilia Topuria or Islam Makhachev. And it's pretty obvious who's better. It's Islam Makhachev. Everyone can see that. Islam Makhachev is the better one. All right, we can actually get into the card builder. Excellent. Sick. Love it. We've only been working on this for fucking 3 fucking days. It's about time we could actually get into this. It's about bloody time, mate. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you bloody what, mate. Let me move the chat out of the way and then we'll get into this. Put that there. Put chat there. Put the screen there. Everyone can see. We can all see the screen, chat. Beautiful. All right, let me read some chats and then we'll get card building. Indians own London properties. Who's colonised now? Boy, that's not colonising. That's self-destruction from the London's colossal Chad. Indians like Jamal Hill win once and then they talk about being world champs forever. True. Jamal Hill said he doesn't even bother really training that much. He will start to change his game now. Paddy's coach is Delulu. I agree. Big dig. Dougie is taking a poo right now. That's why he's not standing up and showing us his bottom half. I'm absolutely not taking a poo in my fucking office chair right now, Eric. Come on now. India was on the Ottoman heel for centuries before England. Empires need to extend outside of one country by definition. India hasn't got a bloody leg to set. Mate, Alexander the Great got to the Indians as well. I bet Skynet is taking a steamy one right now. Okay, this is coming from an Indian. Rage baiting Colossal. Can't see the stream because I'm looking away. If DDP beats Hamza, we can all agree that he is the middleweight GOAT. No, absolutely not, Atomic. No, not even close. No. No, you'll probably enjoy a video on my channel called "Everything Dricus du Plessis Has to Do to Become the Middleweight GOAT." You can go and watch that one, dude. Yeah, it sets out a list of everything Dricus needs to do. Dougie won't stand up. He's 100% taking it. I'm not taking a poo. Remember that speech from Buckley where he said Usman showed him there were levels to the game? That's what McGee will say about Piotr Yan. God, I hope so, Mitchathan. God, I hope so. I'm not going to stand up just because you guys are bullying me into it. Alright? I'm not. Alright, cool. So I'm not just going to stand up because you guys just want to see me stand up. Even though you've literally seen me walking around before, it's not like I'm goddamn wheelchair MMA guru. Okay? You guys have seen me walking around before, you retards. What did Nacho say for this one? Yeah, Nacho had some really good ones for this one. Nacho had some really good ideas for this one. We'll save that for that. Alright, I've got Morales there. Republic of Indiaz. That's the one. You remember, mate. You know what's up. So we're going to get Topuria to fight again. I'm just looking through him. Piotr Yan won't be fighting again this year. He's already booked up. Should Brian Ortega fight again this year? I feel like Brian Ortega should be fighting. Why can't Brian Ortega fight again this year? I don't know. I don't see any reason why he can't fight one more time this year. We'll get Brian Ortega in there. Did you hear that Kanye got banned from Aussie land because he made the... I'm not surprised, dude. Our country is like the softest in the world. We'll be seeing Dan Hooker come back by the end of the year. He'll be looking for a fight. So Dan Hooker can go in there. Yuri, we've got Yuri there. Carlos Prates will be able to come back after a fight. I don't see why Carlos Prates can't come back. Moicano is probably done for the year. Alexandre Pantoja will probably be back. I don't know if they're going to make the Joshua Van fight this year because of his broken toe. Maybe. We'll keep that there as a maybe. Ortega is fighting Aljamain still. Oh, he is too, isn't he? Yep, so that's off. Thank you. Thank you, Dubspeak. I was walking around before sitting down for this poo. It means nothing. Okay. Right, it means nothing. People can make music about offing and graving folks, but yeah, I mean, Australia is the softest country in the world. Triple H. Why are we saying Triple H? Sandhagen versus Marab. Can Sandhagen versus Marab happen this year? Why not? I mean, Marab didn't get injured in the fight against Sean O'Malley. Why can't Sandhagen versus Marab happen this year? Let's get this year fucking moving. Let's get it rolling. Sandhagen versus Marab can absolutely happen this year. Arman Sarukian can fight this year. He made weight. Arman can absolutely fight this year. Let's make some fucking big cards. There's no reason why this can't happen. Marab versus Sandhagen MSG. That's what I'm thinking. Like, why can't we be doing this? Did Fiziev say that he's moving to 145? If not, him versus Hooker would be damn good. I think it should be Hooker versus Arman Sarukian, or Hooker versus like Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett, Hooker versus Arman Sarukian. I bet Ilya needs to fight someone now, doesn't he? Ilya needs to fight someone straight away. Like, so that sort of clogs them both up, doesn't it? Gaethje obviously needs to fight again this year, so we could probably do Gaethje versus Dan Hooker, rebook them. Murad versus Sandhagen, MSG, Triple H versus Amanda Nunes. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that one a lot, actually. That's a good one. Yep. I think Amanda Nunes would probably beat Triple H. You're picking the Russian to Nina Thug, Nasty Bryce, right? No, I'm going with Bryce Mitchell, brother. Bryce Mitchell, stand up. Yeah, brother. Yeah. We love Bryce Mitchell on this channel, mate. We bloody love Bryce Mitchell. All right, I think that's a good start to the card builder. Let's get some of these. Who can Carlos Ulberg fight? He needs one more. Let's get some of these names going. Carlos Ulberg can fight one more time. All right, let's start building some cards. I've got some faces down on the screen. I think this is a good place to start building some fights. Is there anyone else I want to put on the screen for now, or do I just want to leave it like this? I think we'll add names as we discuss, as we talk about it. Usman versus Bilal Ishmael. Okay, so where are we going to do Usman versus Bilal? Feature fight? Ooh, feature fight. Usman versus Bilal, feature fight. I like that. We can do Merab versus Sandhagen, end of the year. Merab versus Sandhagen, end of the year. We can do that. It just confirms even more that you know who runs the Western world. Oh, yeah, Chris. I mean, if you're not noticing, you're not noticing. Hooker versus Brokeback Arman. Hooker versus Arman. Before the end of the year. That needs to happen before the end of the year. We got to get Arman and Hooker moving. So that needs to happen before the end of the year. Ulberg versus Khalil Roundtree. I like that one. Would Movzar do that quick of a turnaround? Probably. They're probably going to offer it to Movzar, and if he doesn't say yes, they'll be like, we offered him the fight. He didn't want the fight. We offered him the fight. He didn't want the fight. Dougie is a fan of undeserved... Who am I giving an undeserved title shot here to? Mitch? Who am I giving an undeserved title shot to? BJ Penn versus CTE. Oh, that fight's been lost, dude. Usman's big head might not take that fight, but the UFC should absolutely make it. The UFC need to make him. There's no chance that Usman is just going to be able to sit out for a year off one win. Like, I get that he's a former champ, but you got to get in there and take the fight, man. You have to take the fight. Bilal Muhammad, ESPN headshot. Bilal Muhammad, ESPN headshot. Oh, let's get the new one. Let's get the Bilal Muhammad without the belt. Thank you very much. We'll be taking the Bilal Muhammad without the belt. That's right, Bilal. You lost your belt. Usman's big head. Make big boy hog Marab picture bigger. Make Marab picture bigger, brother. I will, brother. I will. We make Marab picture bigger, brother. He deserved this, brother. He new champion, brother. He not new champion, but he champion, brother. He deserved to have bigger picture, brother. Let's get Bilal on the board. Bilal, Usman. Now, will Bilal... Hang on a second, chat. Will Bilal be healed up for October? Because JDM beat the fuck out of him. I don't think Bilal will be healed up for October. I think Bilal will need more time to heal up. Probably December. Like, JDM beat the fuck out of him. So that's probably there in December, right? Do you think Bilal would be ready any earlier? Probably not. So that's probably a feature fight on the December card. I'll be good by October? Well, he's let us know. Shit, I'd be out of toilet paper. Should I pull a Jubilee and just use leaves? No, just go take a shower. Even Islam recently told him not to sit out and take a fight. Yeah, he needs to take the fight, dude. Kamaru Usman just can't sit around just talking shit. He needs to take the fight. Usman always just fights a year now. Give him Shavkat, brother. Ooh, instead of Bilal. Ooh, that's even better. Get Bilal in there even quicker. We want another Bilal L. Bilal said Usman cried on the podcast. I know, they said they tried to use AI to cover it up. Who are we giving Yuri? Are we giving Yuri Magomed Ankalaev? Are we giving Yuri Magomed Ankalaev since Alex Pereira doesn't want to take the fight? Are we just giving Yuri Prochazka Magomed Ankalaev? Because apparently Alex Pereira isn't going to be ready until Ramadan next year. So are we just telling Alex Pereira to get fucked? Because we are missing this fight. We're missing Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. Ooh, we can't have that. Where's my Magomed photo? That fight needs to happen. Magomed needs to fight this year. And if Alex Pereira isn't ready, then fuck him. So Shavkat needs to fight this year sometime. Dude, we're going to have a stacked end of the year. Shavkat needs to fight this year sometime. Where's me Magomed photo? Don't make me download another Magomed photo. I'll do it. Alex Pereira needs to fight, or not. Depends. It's up to Alex Pereira whether or not he gets the fight. There's Chadamed. There we go. There's Chadamed Ankalaev. So, October Abu Dhabi is actually looking... Is it possible that fight is going to get bumped? Is it because they're not going to do 3 title fights on October Abu Dhabi? But Magomed needs to be on that card. The question is Alex Pereira going to take it in Abu Dhabi? Yes or no? That's the question, chat. Is Alex Pereira actually going to show up? Is Alex Pereira actually going to show up to fight big Magomed Ankalaev? Because he says he's not going to be ready. Never mind, forget about him. Bilal got mad at the beef. That's even better. Get Bilal in there even quicker. That way we get another Bilal L. Bilal said that Usman cried on the podcast. I know, it's fucking hilarious. I think Bilal mentioned he'll be ready to go by October. Okay, so we have Bilal in October. October's 2 stacked. October's going to be 2, although they do stack it. AI Marty. No, they tried to like clean up the tears off him using AI or something. Is Shavkat fighting this year? He needs to, dude. He didn't fight. I don't think he's fought at all this year, Dig. When was Shavkat's last fight? Wasn't it November last year? A healthy Shavkat beats Usman right now, but he's never not injured, so probably Usman wins the split decision. Red carpet being laid out for the fall winter. UFC is going to be... I know, look at all these fighters that need to have another fight this year. And look how many cards are left in the year. Like, it's actually crazy, Mitch, how stacked these cards can be. I saw something about Alex versus Tom, but I hope not. It's not as close as him versus Cumshot. Alexander Rakic has so much potential. I just wish he'd change camp and improve his game. Me too, dude. I wish he would realize his full Serbian potential instead of being a soy boy kickboxer from Austria. Become a savage from Serbia. I agree. Atomic. What's up, Ricky? How are you, dude? Sharma. December 2024. It's really hard to believe that... Is it really hard to believe that Kamaru cried? He does it like every post-fight interview. Yeah, Mr. C, after seeing how emotional Kamaru Usman is, I completely believe that he cried. Shavkat sucks. Doesn't mean he isn't going to fight this year. Chagomed beats the university degree. Sorry, chat. What's changed now? Cool. Chagomed beats the university degrees from Wildman. Yuri beats Chadamed Ankalaev. Just rewatched Tapuria's walkout. Islam poos himself in before fighting when they scrap. Ilia Tapuria's walkout last weekend is so phenomenally cool. It's insane. He literally looks like he's walking into an awards ceremony. It's incredible. Incredible. I believe Usman cried. Look how emotional he was after the fight. He said he had been going through it before. Yeah, I believe Usman cried. I absolutely do. I genuinely think JDM will TKO Islam Makhachev. So do I, Ronaldo. I think he'll finish him. Okay, so you guys believe that Alex Pereira is going to roll up to UFC Abu Dhabi. Okay, done. Done. We're going to have Alex Pereira UFC Abu Dhabi. Tom puts Alex in a headlock and gives him the big brother treatment. Absolutely. Reyes versus Jan. I like that one. Dominic Reyes versus Jan Blachowicz. I like that one. Hey, eyes up here, mate. If Islam beats... Oh, my phone. Shut up, Eric. If Islam beats JDM, do you think we'll still get Ilya versus Islam? It seems unlikely. I don't know, Dubspeak. I don't know. Maybe we will. We might get it at 170. We really might. The UFC is the WWE now. That's a massive fight. And by then, Ilya Topuria, he would have had to have defended against Paddy Pimblett and Arman Sarukian by the time that fight rolls around. Yeah, it's really possible, Dubspeak. We could still get it. If Islam Chin holds up from all the beating JDM puts on him, he is going to go 0-23 on takedown. Oh, yeah, JDM is going to be able to get up from Islam Makhachev. Easy as. Easy as. Rakic needs Noel Jokovic mentality. Noel Jokovic. What's Noel Jokovic mentality? What is that? Ank is boring, bro. Ank's alright. Ank's not that boring, Ronaldo. So, here's the big question, boys. You see what needs to happen, right? You guys see the calendar in front of you. You see the calendar in front of you. Here's the problem that's going on right now. In fact, we can talk about this right now, actually. Here's the problem. Tom Aspinall wants to fight on October, wants to fight in Abu Dhabi in October, because he wants to fight as soon as possible. The taxes are less in Abu Dhabi than they are in Las Vegas. The time zone from London to Abu Dhabi is only 3 hours difference. From London to Las Vegas, it's 8 hours difference. So on the Ariel Helwani podcast, they wanted October. The UFC will also want this fight to happen. That's 4 title fights for Abu Dhabi. Novak Djokovic mentality, I say. That's 4 title fights for Abu Dhabi. Obviously, this can't happen, right? Obviously, we can't have 4 title fights for Abu Dhabi. That's too fucking much. So does Tom Aspinall get kicked all the way to November, or do the UFC say, sorry, mate, you've got to fight in Vegas? Which one do you think? Which one do you think it is? Do the UFC say, look, you're going to have to fight in Vegas, or you're going to have to wait until November because October is just going to be too stacked? What do you reckon it's going to be? Ank is boring. Thoughts on Alexa Grasso's sweet, yummy feet? Haven't thought about him today, Yog. Sorry. I think Gene Silva was to get the title shot over Movzar if he beats Lopez. I think Gene Silva will get the title shot over Movzar if he beats... Here's what they're going to do, Atomic. They're going to do Gene Silva versus Lopez and see who wins that one. They're going to do Movzar versus Pico and see who wins that one. If Pico beats Movzar, they will try and do a quick turnaround for Alexander Volkanovski. If Gene Silva beats Lopez, he will skip over all of them. If Movzar beats Pico, they will offer him Alexander Volkanovski this year, and if the turnaround is too quick, they will say, we offered Movzar the fight, we had to go with Gene Silva. The UFC are setting themselves up to be able to put themselves in a win-win situation on the chessboard. If anything, they would give Abu Dhabi a third title fight. Yeah, but that's still there's still 4 title fights here. There's JDM versus Islam Makhachev. There's Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. There's Volk versus Movzar. And then there's Tom. That's 4 title fights. So they might give Abu Dhabi 3 title fights, but they're not giving them 4 title fights. So I think they're going to say to Tom Aspinall, sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. You're going to need a fight in Vegas or wait till November. And I think they're going to say to Alexander Volkanovski, you're going to be fighting in November. You're going to be fighting in November. It just depends who's going to win. Out of Gene Silva, Pico, or Movzar, and who's going to say yes to the quick turnaround. I think that is the most realistic picture that we are looking at for the rest of the year, chat. What do you think about that? I think that is the most realistic picture. Because they're going to say to Tom Aspinall, it'll either be November or October. Abu Dhabi's just too stacked. And Tom Aspinall is sick of waiting. He needs a fight. He wants a fight. He has to fight. He'll die if he doesn't fight. Fuck me, I just had like 2 or 3 spiders' nests hatch out of nowhere in my... Oh, no. Get the bug bomb out, Christian Grey. Get it out. Please, less daggies. I mean, it is what it is, Atomic. Vegas, yep, get him on both. He flatlines everyone in 1 minute anyway. True dig. We should just... He wins. He wins. He wins again. We just copy and paste Tom Aspinall across the calendar. It's Spinal. Aspinall at MSG. You reckon Aspinall at MSG? 4 fights only for the Oil Princes. Matter of fact, add Marab onto a 2. Dana will hold the Prince's hand all the way like a good boy. We'll get a Kayla main event in December. Probably, mate. The time difference between London and Abu Dhabi is the same in New York and Los Angeles. Wild. Yeah, I guess it is, Mr. C. Yeah, I guess it is, dude. Yeah. I mean, that's just according to the Aspinall interview. I didn't fact check it, but I would assume Tommy Aspinall knows his shit. Refresh your chat. It updates minutes way too long. You're saying it's going too slow? Is that what you're saying, Eric? And then set it to live chat. There we go. No, I think chat's just being nice and chill today. I think it's just a nice slow chat today, Eric. But there you go. I refreshed my chat, dude. The only card that can UFC 317 this year is another Tapuria card. The only card that can be as good as 317 this year is going to... No, I don't know, Showbiz. We're going to make a believable stacked card that works with everybody's timings. I'm so bricked up for Dougie right now. It's okay, alright, calm down. Last card of the year is going to be the last... Not if it's fucking Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes. I told you before, Bilal is a copper. Leon is a way better champ than Bilal ever was. They're both pretty terrible, K-Dot. They're both pretty terrible. Raul Rosas Jr. or Rob Font? I'm going with Raul Rosas Jr. I typed that 3 minutes ago and it just appeared on the screen. Oh, God. Don't care about MMA. If you don't see a beach or hot dogs, I'm out of here. There's not going to be a beach nor hot dogs today, Mike. Although I have got the curtains open. It is a stunning afternoon down at the beach. How are you, Mike? It's good to see you, man. All the Abu Dhabi cards are where the legends go to die. No Abu Dhabi cards with the fan favorites, please. Alex Pereira is going to be on the Abu Dhabi card. He's going to be dying. So, we need a stacked co-main for the Abu... Now, who is Tom Aspinall fighting first? That's the big question. Is it going to be Cyril Gane? I think it's going to be Cyril Gane, right? Holy shit, the fucking Google is racist. Cyril Gane headshot, Derek Lewis, Alistair Overeem, Chris Curtis. Giant black heavyweights. None of them are Cyril Gane. What's up, Tim? Good to see you, dude. How are you, man? I hope you're well, brother. Alright, I think we'll do Cyril Gane, Vegas, October. Boom. Boom. We'll go Mobza there. Volk there. Thank you, Mike, for the $10. If you read this, I'm refunding it. Too late, Mike. It's already mine. Unless you tell your bank that the money wasn't meant to go through. Shit. Thank you for the $10, dude. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you for your ongoing patronage for the channel. Means a lot. Means a lot, dude. Really, really does mean a lot. Lifts the spirit. So thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate you. Come on, dog. Even someone is... where am I at? Sorry, guys. I missed some. Put Tapuria versus Paddy on UFC 323 main event. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a really good one, Showbiz. Yeah, we might do that. So maybe we bump Marab. Maybe we bump Marab Sandhagen over to November MSG. That's a nice one, Showbiz. I like that. Come on, Doug. Even someone as insanely sexist as you must admit Kayla versus Nunes is going to be hype. It is going to be hype. That is true. And I am not sexist, but thank you, Larry. I appreciate it. Imagine hating on Pereira. I don't hate Pereira. I don't hate Pereira at all. This card will finally end UFC on my life. Unfortunately, I foresee if JDM fights in Abu Dhabi, there is 0 chance he will win. Anywhere else, he has a 90% chance. If they book that JDM, they will be subbed in the first 2 minutes and will wipe the UFC. Tim, we will beat him wherever we take the fight. Strickland co-main, best we can do for the US is Dan Ige. Yeah, Strickland co-main against Israel Adesanya here in October. That could work, Eric. At least Bilal doesn't get the look in his eye mid-fight. He would rather be flipping burgers at Macca's. Leon is off. That is true. That is true. I'm going back to the zinc roof, bruh. I'm going back to the zinc roof. The only thing I want this year is Molk to beat Movzar, Ev Stolev, Evolved. True showbiz. Fuck Movzar. I'd imagine the Cyril Gahn headshot suggestion is reference to his budding career in acting. No, you type in ESPN headshot to get their headshots, but it just shows a bunch of other black heavyweights. Thoughts on the bonkers odds? Thoughts on the bonkers odds of being a small-ish, less than 3k sub MMA channel, yet you have 2 British Columbian Chads in the chat of around 20 people. It's insane, isn't it? I would say less than 10%. Less than 10% that I have 2 chatty British Columbian fans in here. It's wonderful. Has anyone ever watched Paddy's podcast with Ortega? I haven't, Portuguese Herzog. How are you, dude? Was that the one where he talked about how terrible Charles Oliveira's game plan was? Yes, save UFC Spain for the Ilya versus Islam fight. No, Ilya needs to fight one more time this year. Are we guessing that the cards are likely to be, or are we building the cards that we want? We're trying to make them as realistic as possible while building the cards that we want. So if someone's not injured, if there's an unlikelihood of them fighting again, if there's an unlikelihood of the UFC overstacking the card, like we saw with Abu Dhabi before, like the problem was there was just too many title fights for Abu Dhabi. So it's what we want within the parameters of being realistic for the UFC, Capatheist. Dougie and Ian's corner, we've bloody made it. We've made it, Christian Gray. I said Strickland, no Strickland, mate. I said stacked, not Strickland, mate. Oh, sorry, Eric. I'm retarded. Called my bluff, old man. Not a bad card build. Not good, though. Where is Bilal and O'Malley? Bilal's here. We're working on Bilal. And O'Malley. That's a good... We might do O'Malley as the Vegas November feature fight. So, yeah, I'm thinking Bilal, feature fight, November, December, because Bilal's face was really cut open. That needs to be healed up. And Usman likes to take time off. So I'm thinking putting Ilya Topuria, main event December card with the Kayla Harrison, Amanda Nunes. I'm liking that a lot. Move Merab forward to Vegas on October. Not back to November. He is going to fight ASAP. So you reckon undercard of Vegas in October? Something like this. Something like this. Something like this. We're starting to stack up the cards. Shavkat should be back by October. Something like this. Something like this. We'll put Ilya Topuria. I'll get my Chad Ilya Topuria photo. Let me read some chat. We'll get O'Malley going somewhere. We need to get O'Malley as a feature fight, maybe in New York. Since they seem to love him on the East Coast, we might get O'Malley in New York. Something like this. No Muslim is losing a main or co-main in the Middle East, at least for the next 3 years. I know it's scary, isn't it, Tim? But I think we can do it. I can't wait till Arman and Ilya potentially fight. Oh, let me just catch up on some chats. There's so many here. I can't wait till Arman and Ilya potentially fight. I'm a huge believer in that style in and balanced stance like Arman Whitaker and coming in and out with the boxing and the kicks, obviously. I know you are, Cayman. You always describe that style so well, man. Topuria is like a plus 250 against Jislam. That's free bloody money, mate. Against Topuria is plus money against Jislam Makhachev. It's not free money if the fight never happens, K-Dot. So don't make the bet now. Bilal gave us JDM as champ. Thank you, Bilal Ishmilo. Oh, I get now what you mean about the search. Yeah, when you're searching for their headshots. Yes, Tard, I said save the UFC Spain for Ilya versus Islam in the future. Yes, in the future. I get that. But we still need Ilya Topuria to fight one more time this year, Eric. But yes, in the future. Paddy needs to shut the fuck up. He was getting overhanded by Chadler after throwing naked leg kick. K-Dot, at the start of the stream, I showed some images of Paddy Pimblett getting absolutely destroyed by Gordon Levitt, Jared Gordon. Yeah, he's retarded. Has anyone else been throwing Topuria combos all day since the Emmett fight? No, but I've been playing the Topuria walkout music around my house. What's up, Felix? First time I've seen you here. Welcome to my channel. My name's Dougie. I make an MMA video every single day of the week, and I do live streams where we do fun things like this. Card builders, tier lists, debates, arguments, that kind of stuff. Welcome to the channel, mate. Please subscribe. Who was the guy fighting Usman? Good question, K-Dot. I can't quite remember his name. All stupid cunts commenting everywhere. I used to watch every UFC event, but now I don't watch anything. Sure did shut the fuck up real quick. They did, Mr. C. But I gotta eat my words too, dude. Like I was saying through 2 or 3 weeks ago, God, the water is nice tonight. Beautiful sunset. Gorgeous ocean. Amazing. I was saying myself, Mr. C, we're in the second UFC Dark Ages, and then we're back, just like that. Why do you have Yuri versus Shavkat, or is it just both of them fighting on that card? Yeah, that's retarded. I moved them up accidentally. It should be Yuri versus Dominic Reyes or Khalil Roundtree. Paddy is going to get his jaw exploded by Tapuria. Yes, he is. Literally going to get his jaw cracked. I want JDM and Islam not to be in Abu Dhabi. That's just because I expect fuckery. So do I, Carpathius, but I know it's going to happen. So that's what I mean. Like, you got to make it as sort of realistic as possible, and they're going to do that fight in JDM. It's pronounced Muslim. If Ilya fought Sugar next after Volk, he would have... If Ilya fought Sean O'Malley, he would have lost. No, Portuguese Herzog. No, absolutely not. Are you saying that? If Ilya fought Sean O'Malley after fighting Volk, he would have lost. Why you say this, brother? This is not true, brother. No, brother. No, brother. No. Ilya Tapuria. Where's my Chad Puria? There we go. Ilya Tapuria, the fucking Chad. Headlines the Vegas December card against Paddy Pimlich. He will headline against Paddy Pimlich. Let's get Paddy Pimlet's headshot. Paddy Pimlet headshot. Now, I would prefer it to be Armin Sarukian for the meritocracy. However, the UFC aren't going to do that. They're not going to roll that way. That is not the UFC that we live in, boys. So I am just making the card that is the most believable, if you know what I mean. This is the most believable card that I could think of. And it's Ilya Tapuria versus Paddy Pimlich. That's what I think is believable. Why do you have Jerry? Because I'm an idiot. I want JD versus... it's pronounced Muslim, if Ilya fought. Sarcasm, mate. Both Bilal and O'Malley can kick rocks for 12 to 6 months. Bloody respectively. Yeah, that's fair, dude. But O'Malley did say he wanted to fight towards the end of the year, Mike. So we'll chuck him on a card. We'll throw him somewhere, maybe in November. Felix has been here before. You're a casual. Drink the water. Yes, you have. I'm a bloody casual. Like the vibe, though. Thank you, Felix. I appreciate it, dude. The coping cunt Bilal got my boy Charles chinned and saved Jislam. It should have been him lying on the floor. It should have been him. The coping cunt Bilal got my boy Charles chinned and saved Islam. There you go, K-Dot. I'm with you. Yeah, if it wasn't for Bilal, we would have seen Ilya Tapuria chin Islam Makhachev. But instead, we have a based Aussie champion in the greatest division in the UFC. So, you know, it's not all bad, mate. O'Malley shit bricks when he saw Ilya KO Charles. Yeah, word for word, Sean O'Malley goes, "Thank God he didn't accept my call out. Thank God he didn't accept my call out." Marab should call out Ricky Simon and avenge his fluke submission. Absolutely, he should be able to get whoever he wants. Serbs don't get knocked out. True. Don't tell that to Uros Medic. Paddy Pimlich. Oh, Paddy the Paddy. If we're saying believable, I think it's closer to 2,700k. How come none of that tattoo? That's enough, Doug. All right, I'm going to take a piss because I'm busting, and then we'll continue with the card builder. Everyone behave yourselves. Eric, behave. Eric, you're in charge. While Nacho's not here, Eric's the mod. Eric will be the mod while Nacho isn't here. Eric, behave yourself and control the chat, all right? I'm leaving you in charge, Eric. You're the highest ranking officer in the chat, so you're in charge while I go take a piss. Everyone think about how we can build the rest of this card. miss? What did I miss? Banned your mum, Eric? Alright. Solid O'Malley impression. You would make a great American. We don't serve roux, though. Not without tariffs, of course. I'll bring my own roux, Mike. I'll come to America, and it'll just be a suitcase full of chopped up kangaroo. So you banned Larry, you banned Mike, you've banned Tim, you've banned Larry twice, you've banned Mr. C. Crazy. That's a lot of bannings, Eric. Dude definitely didn't wash his hands after a piss. No, of course not, mate. Of course I didn't. Of course I didn't. I just popped it out, stood over the bowl, popped it back in. Doug has to wipe the... Okay, alright. Ban Dougie for coming back just to walk away because he forgot to wash his hands. No, my ring light. It doesn't matter. Anyway. Who do you think you are, Marab? Alright, we got Marab versus Sandhagen. Armin Sarukian is going to get the point. You need to fight one more time. We're going to have Kayla Harrison. We need a Kayla Harrison headshot. We need a Kayla Harrison headshot. Where's Kayla Harrison's headshot? We need a Kayla Harrison headshot. Alright, that'll do. That's a perfect Kayla Harrison headshot. Go back up with my message starting with 135, alright? 135 is tough right now because I don't want Umar or O'Malley to get what could arguably be number one contender fights. They both need at least two more before another shot. O'Malley versus the Dong and Umar versus Figgy. O'Malley versus the Dong and Umar versus Figgy. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, that's a good one, Larry. Yeah, I like that a lot. O'Malley versus Song Yadong. I'll get him onto the I'll get him up here. That's a really good one. Okay, so we're gonna have Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes, which is great. We'll do Bilal versus Usman. Geez, November's seeming a little bit weak. You're beautiful, Kenny. You're beautiful, mate. Dougie already got a Kayla Harrison body pillow in his closet. No, I've got a Dougie's Corner body pillow in my closet, mate. Song Yadong. Yeah, I like O'Malley versus Yadong. Jeez. I think that would be a real test for O'Malley. I really do. I think that'd be a proper test for O'Malley. Because, again, O'Malley's kind of like Jamal Hill. He didn't just sit around. He didn't just sit around in the top five. He fought Piotr Jan to a iffy decision and then went straight for the title. So he kind of cheated with that one. Okay, we got O'Malley versus Yadong, which is, of course, always... Song Yadong is always represented as a packet of Chinese condoms on this channel. So we got O'Malley versus Yadong. Done. Ooh, is Pantoja going to fight one more time this year? Are we going to get Pantoja versus Joshua Van? Are we going to get Pantoja versus Joshua Van this year, boys? Are we going to get Pantoja versus Joshua Van this year? In November. Isn't he Korean? Same thing, mate. Sandhagen said he's willing to wrestle Merab. Do you think Merab's wrestling and cardio beats Sandhagen's wrestling and jiu-jitsu? Yes. Yeah, I think Caucasus region wrestling generally beats out jiu-jitsu. So, yeah. I think Corey Sandhagen thinks, I'll just ankle lock him. I'll just get him in an ankle lock. And, you know, we haven't seen a lot of that in modern MMA, and there's a reason for it, Mike. So, yeah. I think Sandhagen's going to try and out-nerd his way through it, and Merab is just going to win the fights as the minutes tick over. Please do an impression of Uros Medic singing the entire Serbian national anthem. No. I agree, it'd definitely be a fun fight, wouldn't it, Larry? In fact, let us run a poll, chat. Let us jump on this poll together, chat. Who do you guys have? Do you have Song Yadong or do you have Sean O'Malley? I live a farmer's life and I don't let other people fuck my wife anymore. O'Malley, he's not a cuck anymore, or Song Yadong? Who do you guys have? Let me know. O'Malley is just an ugly version of Peyton Talbot. Yeah. O'Malley's a lot more successful on the ground. Because when O'Malley was on his steroid suspension, Islam Makhachev, I remember when you were on your steroid suspension. But when O'Malley was on his steroid suspension, he went and did a bunch of grappling competitions and really leveled up his bottom game jiu-jitsu. So yeah, I would say no, O'Malley's a little bit more talented than Talbot. I'm sure Pantoja and Van would both like it to be this year. I don't know about Van, dude, because Van is... I feel like Van could use 6 months off. You know what I mean, Larry? I feel like Van... Oh, you guys are going with your dong. Nice one, chat. Very based. Very based. Do you guys think that Van Pantoja happens this year? And remember, guys, Joshua Van has had a ruthless schedule this year. We know that he's got a broken toe. We know that he's had the shit beaten out of him by Roy Val. Like, that was a close as fuck fight. A bit of a break might be good for him. So what do you got? Do you think he'll fight? Yeah, nah, yeah? Or do you think he's not going to fight? Nah, yeah, nah. What do you think? I'm not jumping on any polls. Jump on this poll, Capatheist. Dougie, now John is out of the testing pool. Do a poll to see if people think Giuliano needs to pay the 1K bet. Oh, he needs to pay the 1K bet to you. He needs to grow a mustache. He needs to put on a Mario costume for the cheddar head bet. He needs to pay you and Frankie money. Giuliano Ahente is rapidly losing face in the MMA community. John Jones is not fighting Tom Aspinall in November. He lost the bet. Do you think Talbot will appreciate I ate my 12 hot dogs. I spent 24 hours eating nothing but 12 fucking hot dogs. Well, not 24 hours, maybe 20 hours. But I ate nothing but 12 hot dogs until they were done. I made my 3.5 hour video. You pay your bets. When the bet's due, the bet's due. Do you think Talbot will appreciate Merab dry humping him for the back? God, yes! Is the Serbian national anthem just 3 minutes of saying, we kill Croatians, we kill Bosnians? Pretty much. Yeah. Send O'Malley 3 years with Frank Ocean. Israel versus Sean, bro. Israel versus Sean. Bobby Beatbox. Israel versus Sean. Oh! Izzy versus Sean Strickland. Yes. Yes, Bobby Box. What card do you chuck that on? Which card do you throw that on, Bobby Box? Bobby Beatbox. Gotta go with Madong. Fair enough. O'Malley hype died when the first Merab loss. May have peaked with the Cheeto rematch. I think so, Mike. I just checked the wiki page showing the suspended fighters and the new USADA replacement. Has a grand total of 0 fighters currently suspended. We are purely relying on the state athletic commissions. Yes, Mr. C, the UFC's new independent drug testing agency is a joke. I was thinking about this at work today, chat. We have to talk about this. We do have to talk about this. We'll go with yeah, nah, yeah. So we'll say, okay, it happens. Just for build some fun cards, we'll say Pantoja versus Van happens this year. Isn't Ilia Tapuria's knockout power crazy? And hasn't it leveled up since we lost USADA? I was thinking about this at work today. Jeez, his knockout power was really leveled up. He wasn't knocking people out like this when we had USADA, was he? And now he's really... I know he hasn't popped for anything, but no one's popping for anything. But jeez, Ilia Tapuria's strength has really leveled up since USADA left. Put the tinfoil hat. I'm just saying. Don't go there. I want to go there. Pantoja would love to fight in Vegas again. He loves Vegas, and Van is too young to stand his base and ask for more time to recover. But he's also so young, his body... All right, so we'll do November then. We'll do New York, November. Mike, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. You are a bloody legend, Mike. Oh, Mikey the Lanyard. I don't know what I'm doing. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate the 5 gifted memberships. You bloody goat, mate. Good on you, Mike. I appreciate you, mate. The next tough... where am I at? The next tough coaches need to either be Bilal and Usman or Sean and Izzy. That's a good one, Larry. I like that one a lot, dude. Yeah, Sean and Izzy as tough coaches. That would actually be fucking awesome. Can we just get back to having fun? Thank you, Mike, for a further 5 gifted membership. My God, dude. Your patronage goes such a long way. Thank you, dude. I appreciate you very much, mate. Thank you very, very much. You're a good man, Mike. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. You're a legend, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Where am I at? What am I doing? It's been over an hour. It's been over an hour. You will be verticaled at, chat. You will be verticaled at. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that, dude. You're such a good, thank you, dude. Thank you very much. I appreciate the patronage, dude. Thank you. The next tough coaches need to be Bilal and Usman or Sean and Izzy. Sean and Izzy would be fucking awesome, dude. It would be fucking awesome. I paid only 2 lost bets on MMA YouTube. Lucky none took me up on an offer of 3-1 for Benny to beat Moicano. Well done for paying your bets, Tim. You're based, mate. Don't thank me. Thank you. Bye. Well, are you out of here, Mike? Well, I'll see you later, dude. I'll see you later, but thank you very much, dude. Thank you for popping in and saying g'day. This is an airport announcing my departure. Well, thank you, Mike. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you for dropping the donos, mate. You're a goddamn legend, dude. And you paid announcing my departure. Well, thank you, Mike. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you for dropping the donos, mate. You're a goddamn legend, dude. And your patronage goes a long way and helps keep the channel alive, mate. So thank you very much. Let me lock that. We'll do that, and we'll do that. And you will be verticaled at, chat. You will be verticaled at. It will happen. There will be a vertical coming at you. Let me just reset everything. I got some chats to read. I'm well behind. I got some chats to read. Let me get going. Why is my shit not working? What's up, Ronald? Good to see you, dude. Did Dougie just go vertical on us mid-sentence? I did. You will be verticaled at. Maybe October, not sure. It might happen, but it does need to. It definitely needs to happen, Bobby Beatbox. I agree. I will chuck that on one of them as a feature fight. Absolutely, dude. Or they might do it as a Saudi Arabia fight night. You know what I mean? They might do it as a Saudi Arabia fight night. We're gonna get TRT Umar versus CEO of EPO Marab 25-minute non-stop car crash, and I bloody love it, showbiz. However, according to Marab Divalashvili, he does say that Umar Nurmagomedov needs another 3 wins before he gets another shot at the title. So, you know, that's a little bit. There's a little bit there from old Umar. Can we take a minute to appreciate Josh Emmett's chin? Absolutely. How the hell has he not been slept by Ilya Tapuria? It's insane. Ilya hits hard for someone drinking alcohol during a cut, doesn't he? He breaks all the rules. Marab is juiced. Ilya is super juiced. I think so. Give Blue Line a membership and not me. Blue Line deserves a membership. Sorry, Kenny. I appreciate it, dude. Roids are made from the blood of Georgians. True. They put Georgian blood in a fucking... whatever that thing's called. I'm an idiot. Spin it, and that's how steroids are made. No, Dougie, there's back muscles and some backbone spotted in his past. There's back muscles and some back knee spotted in the past. So I'm onto something, Tim. I'm noticing. Who are these people? Give Monkey a membership. I'd love to give Monkey a membership. Dude, they still have drug testing and the dudes are still getting caught. Look at this private gym laboratory, though. Could have easily been on some custom designer drugs that have no way to test for. Dude, so who was the last person to get caught, Larry? Who's the last person to get caught under the new UFC, testing system? See you, Mike. I appreciate you, dude. Zhang Wei Li, what do you think? Who's next? Good question. Maybe Valentina Shevchenko. Just a theory, bro. You have my validation. He's on. Not just a theory. You have my so Tim's seeing the same thing. No, we need Umar and Marab as the next tough coaches. Brokeback English will fly. Absolutely not. They cannot be the next tough coaches. Did Dougie just go vertical? I did. I did go vertical. What a fucking scam. Not a scam. I did the first hour for free, but I did the first hour. Let me see if I can get some subscribers. I can't refresh so I can keep the chat readable. Fair enough. Dougie, did you watch the YouTube short I sent on the cord earlier? The one where, can you get us a beer before it starts? That one? That was the last short that I saw on the cord. I did too much trend and now my penis is inverted. Makes sense. Umar already got gifted a title shot. The UFC owes him another. He's not getting another title shot. He's got to get some wins first. Who is 28 so acne is normal for a young man? Not at 28, Eric. Come on, man. No one beats Marab for roid consumption. That's just blasphemy. What's up, Ron Olk? I said I see you. Saying hi. Seeing hi. What's up, dude? What's up, dude? Why is this shit not working? Shit's working. Shit's good. Let me check my stream. Shit's working. Let's check the stream. It says shit's not working here on my screen, but I believe shit is working. It says shit's not working here on my screen. Things are fine. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right, we need to jump back over to this and. There we go. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I'm 28 and I still get acne. Is Dougie injecting me in my sleep? I want you to grow up to be big and strong. I want you to grow up to be big and strong, Mr. C. A good, strong boy. Okay? I'm doing it for your own good, mate. Marab versus Bonnie Blue. Who gives up for Bonnie Blue? She can't handle the pace of Marab. He'd bloody break her. So we are going to do Pantoja versus Joshua Van. Joshua Van. This is the first time we've ever put Joshua Van on a tier list, boys, or on the channel. This is the first time we've ever put Joshua Van on the channel. It's good to see. Man, all these motherfuckers are on steroids. What's up, Yo-Yo? How are you, dude? Welcome to the channel. My name's Dougie. I do MMA content every day. Only subscribe if you are interested in MMA content. If you're not interested in MMA content, then just enjoy the rest of the stream, and I'll see you later, dude. As far as I'm concerned, people with inverted penises should go fuck themselves. Very good, Carpathius. Very good, dude. But seriously, steroids suck. Yeah, steroids are no good, mate. What's up, Miguel? How are you? My name's Dougie. I make MMA content. I make an MMA content every single day of the week. Only subscribe and join the channel if you're interested in MMA. If you're not interested in MMA, just hang out and enjoy the stream, mate. I'm saying he's 28 now. Having acne in the past when he was younger is a possibility. That's true, Eric. That's a very good point. G'day, Eric. You're the new mod today. How's it feel? All right, we are going to have Pantoja versus Joshua Van in November. Or do you end the year? No, you need to have two title fights in November. Pantoja versus Joshua Van in November. Volk is the A side. Movzar is the B side. Sean O'Malley versus Yadong. Oh, these cards are looking good, boys. Look at what we have cooked up for the end of the year, boys. Look at what we have cooked up for the end of the year. Are you seeing what I am seeing? Dougie must be a Russian coach. Stay after practice, Vlad. I need to rub some special cream on your back. It's good for you, brother. Make you big and strong. Man, I hope Van knocks Pantoja out. I can't stand that. Can't fake legacy. Urseg beat it. Urseg did not beat him. Urseg threw a retarded takedown in the last round and it made him lose the fight. Urseg beat Pantoja. Even with the failed takedown attempt, he had more damage in the last round. Urseg did not beat Pantoja. Please do not feed Tim's delusions. He doesn't need that. Khalil Roundtree. Do you like pizza? I do like pizza, Miguel. Yeah, I do. All right. Who should Yuri fight? Who should Yuri fight? Khalil or Reyes? Now, this will be a #1 contenders fight. So should it be Khalil or Reyes? Who should Yuri Prohaska fight next? Khalil or Reyes? It's going to be a #1 contenders fight. And then that means Allberg needs to fight someone as well. Allberg will need to fight somebody as well. Because Allberg can't be getting a title shot off getting a robbery decision win over Jan Blachowicz. Can we re-sign Kevin Lee and throw him in against Shavkat? No, I think Kevin Lee's had his brain damaged enough. I think we've had enough hurting Kevin Lee. Kevin Lee. Ooh, Khalil, 50-50. Where are we going with the poll? 50-50. It's a number one contenders fight. It's a number one contenders fight, boys. It's a number one contenders fight. UFC found a way to make it. UFC will find a way to make it 10 times. I know, Ronald. Like, this is Ronald. Is this not a completely doable lineup? Like, is this not, with the fighters that are available and the way that the rest of the year needs to work out, is this not just the most doable end of the year pay-per-view lineup you could think of? And there will be a way that the UFC will find to fuck this up. They will fuck this up somehow. Can we re-sign Kevin Lee? The UFC, yep. Race trader. What have I done now, Eric? 40-year-old virgin Ursay going to beat 0.3 the Maori in a rematch. God, I hope so, Showbiz. Eric Preach, Dougie, watch the fight again, bro, on a live. Volk and Islam too. I'm happy to do it one day on a live, Tim. Absolutely, we can do it. We might do it. Well, I'm probably going to get out of here before then because it is 5:30. So, but yeah, Tim, you know there will be a time where we watch it live, and I will talk you through why Steve Ursig and Alexander Volkanovski both lost those fights. I appreciated how you spelled neither of their names correctly. I'm never going to change, Mr. C. I am who I am. Khalil, it's a fresh matchup. I like that one. Yep, Khalil. All right, we've got Khalil Roundtree, 7 votes, 16 people in here. Reyes should avoid that rematch like the fucking plague. I agree. Do you like Messi? No, I don't watch soccer. This is an MMA channel, Miguel, but thank you for the questions, dude. All I remember is Kevin Lee when he stepped into the cage with the most obvious staph infection of all time. Yeah, he had like 3 fucking nipples. He was able to nearly poke Tony Ferguson in the eye with the staph infection. Yo, Wonderboy's last fight was October last year. Holy fuck! We need to get Wonderboy a fight as a pay-per-view opener. Okay, we're going to have Khalil Roundtree. Oh, in Abu Dhabi? Yeah, you do it in Abu Dhabi. You do it as the feature fight as the Magomed Ankalaev. So it sets up. You see what I'm building here? You see what we're building here, chat. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with fire. Sean Brady needs to fight one more time. Sean Brady versus Shavkat. Number 1 title eliminator. Oh, now we're... Miles Morales needs to fight one more time. Gaethje needs to fight one more time. Gaethje needs to fight one more time. Allberg needs to fight one more time against someone. We got fight nights. Oh my god, we could keep going. We could keep going. We could start setting up for some fight nights because you got to get fight nights going in here as well. You know what I mean? Like, shit's getting too stacked with all the fighters that we have left. Gamrot needs to fight one more time. Miles Morales needs to fight one more time. Gaethje needs to fight one more time. That'll probably do. That'll probably do. We just need to get these guys fights. So, Vegas, October's done. Abu Dhabi's nearly done. Miles Morales is nearly done. And December's nearly done. Oh, do you do Gamrot versus Fiziev 2, the rematch? Yes! Fiziev, headshot, ESPN. Gamrot, Fiziev 2, the rematch. Yes, boys. That's how you fucking cook right there. Most agree with us, bro. Urseg did a lot more damage in the I don't care what most people agree with. Tim, you know me. I've marched to the sound of my own drum. Nice. Do you have Chakra Capra? I don't know what you're saying, Miguel. Well, not most, but 1/3. Fair enough, Tim. Put Aspinall in the red corner. Oh my god, you're absolutely right. Sorry, Wixon. I'm an idiot. Oh, sorry, Wixon. Yes, I'm an idiot. I deserve to be shamed and abused for that. Yeah, absolutely I do. I absolutely do deserve to have shame and abuse showered upon me. Race trader, Doug. I don't even know what race I traded. Can't see it properly. Copying. I can't see it properly. I'm copying it. You guys can see it properly. I know how phone screens work. I've got one open in front of me, Capatheist. In hopes Ian Gary's the best mythical fighter. Is Herpes Ian Gary the best mythical fighter in recent memory? Yes, Ian Gary only had power when he had herpes. Very true, dude. Yes. Yuri versus Allberg, feature fight, UFC 320. Oh, I like that one. Yuri versus Allberg. Now, the feature fight will be The feature fight will be Arman Sarukian versus Dan Hooker for UFC 320. Yuri versus Allberg. We might leave that for a fight night. We might do Gaethje and Miles Morales next. Brady was bored after the first syllable of his name. I know I hate Sean Brady, but he does have to fight. I like Brady versus Shavkat a lot. Thank you, Ron Olk. Thank you, dude. De Silva de Andrade, Lima, Makasov, Jalton Ligabek, Luis Pacheco, Hemdi Al-Delwalhab, Watt Harris. I thought they've all been recorded and received suspensions. Was these guys from the... Because the only name that I'm recognizing there, Larry... The only name that I'm recognizing there, Larry, is Hamdi Al-Delwalhab, which is off the Contender Series he popped. I know a lot of guys pop off the Contender Series. Let me check that. Let me save that and check that. Because there's this narrative going around that nobody pops anymore. And you might be killing that narrative dead in the water. So I don't want to keep saying narratives that aren't true. So let me save that to my research folder. Cunts who have popped. Let me check that. That might be true, Larry. You might be spot on with that one. The beat of your own drum. Exactly right, mate. The beat of my own drum. Put Marab in the red corner, you dickhead. Oh my god, I'm an absolute moron. Where's Mirabi? Where's Mirabi? Marabi? Mirabi? Oh, Marabi. Marabi goes in the red corner. Marabi. Marabi goes in the red corner. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Who does Gaethje fight? Who does Gaethje fight? That's sincere. Yeah, no, thank you, Larry. I appreciate it. Real agent shit there. No, I like it. Thank you, Larry. I really do appreciate it. They were all suspended because of the State Athletic Commission. That's the thing, Mr. C. Was it the UFC getting them, or was it the state athletic commissions? Because fighters go through 2 drug tests. They go through random drug tests, which is controlled by the UFC, and then they go through the post-weigh-in drug test, which is controlled by the state athletic commissions. Brady smokes Shavkat. That whole top 5 does. I think so, Tim. This looks almost impossible. Fuck you, UFC. But this is the thing, Ron Olk, right? Like, why is this impossible? Why is this impossible? These are all... I agree with you. It does look impossible, doesn't it? But these are all the available fighters that need fights this year, and this is all the pay-per-views that we have left this year. Like, there's no reason the end of the year can't look like this. And as I've gone through down here with all these faces that we haven't even used, there's so many sick matchups that are still left for Fight Night cards. What the fuck, Walt Harris, making you look bad. I think Rakic versus Yuri will be better. Rakic versus Yuri. Rakic doesn't deserve a #1 contender shot, Bobby Beatbox. That's the problem. Do you want likes? I do want likes, Miguel, but if you're suggesting I pay for them, no thank you. I don't want to impede untrue narratives, then say Urseg won. Urseg didn't win. He lost the 5th round. You said narrative 8 times in one sentence, then I'm an idiot. Justin versus Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker will be fighting Arman Sarukian at UFC 320 Las Vegas on our fun little board here of matchmaking. Let's see the y'all on that thing. Username 123. I don't know what the y'all is, brother. If you're referring to the size of my cock, it's simply too big to fit on a vertical stream. All right. What's up, Brody? How are you, mate? Welcome to the channel. My name's Dougie. I make an MMA video every single day of the week, and I do live streams where we do shit like this. Interesting card builders, tier lists, all that kind of stuff. This is only impossible because we can't have nice things. I know, it's disgusting. Yog, don't delete your message. Stand on business. Dougie buys all of his likes and views. No, Urseg won. No, he didn't. Just give Arman Sarukian the title shot. Nobody cares about the pull out. I know Spectre and Ominous, but the UFC aren't going to do that. So we got to do it this way. Some of those were guys on their first or second fight, but not all. Douglas De Silva de Andrade has been around for years, and Marcus Dorigo Lima is the guy Big D Lewis Flay. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. That's why when I started reading it, I was like, they're not all contender series guys. Which is why I saved it, and I want to check. Is that the UFC's drug testing agency, or is that the state athletic commissions after the weigh-ins? Yeah. I appreciate you sending the list over, Larry. Why are you gay? Dougie, you're a frog. I'm not a frog. Can you do a poll on if chat would lick Alexa Grasso's feet? No, Yog. Dougie has to take panoramic cock shot. Exactly, username. That's the only way they get them. Won't say Urseg 1, literally next sentence, I'm an idiot. True. That's a good and valid question. Exactly who administers those tests, though? Exactly, dude. Exactly. Let Burke Alive stay in the blue corner. Who have I got in the blue corner? Oh, yeah, shit. Whoops. I'm an idiot. There we go. Oh, yeah, and Kayla Harrison should go in the red corner as well. Kayla Harrison goes in the red corner. Beautiful. All right, who's Gaethje fighting? Who's Gaethje fighting in Abu Dhabi? We know he loves to fight in Abu Dhabi. Who's Gaethje fighting? Fuck, scratch that. I remove your frog status for not eating those hot dogs in one sitting. I mean, Tim, I did my bloody best, mate. You know, I ate them cold the next day. UFC has become Bellator and only relies on the State Athletic Commission's piss tests, which are easy as fuck to avoid. That's what I reckon, Misty C. Dougie, you did say that you would do Yog's poll on Friday. I did say that I would do Yog's poll on Friday. All right, we'll do Yog's poll. That's not right. Discussing isn't right. That's not right either. Disgusting. That's the one. There you go. I'm all over it, mate. I know how to do it. I know what's up. I get it. I get what's going on. I understand it. I get it. All right, where am I at? Username, you're back. We were just talking about you, were we? How was the MILF? Oh, that's right. Username 123. We said go fuck that MILF, and then he disappeared forever. Today's Thursday, dumbass. It's Friday, fuckwit. What's up, fellas? Username, we need an update. It's good to see username back. How are you, Paul? Paul, that short that you sent in the Discord, fucking hilarious, dude. Grab me a beer before it starts. Can you grab me a beer before it starts? Can you give me one more beer before it starts? Are you just gonna chug beers all day? Oh, it started. What's worse, a chick having an out-of-control unibrow or a chick with a snaggle nanny McPhee-like tooth? Ooh, the unibrow. Gaethje deserves to headline the first event broadcast from the trailer park. True. Why are you such an Alexa Grasso foot hater? I'm an all foot hater, mate. Dougie, you're not a frog at present. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate it. Dougie is a frog. He didn't finish. He didn't finish it to throw us off the scent. I'm absolutely not a frog. How is it Friday? It's Friday. Glad you appreciated it. So funny. No, it's Thursday. No, it's Friday. Grasso's feet has nothing to do with Summer Hayek. Okay, all right. I think we're at the end of the stream. Yep, 20 to 6, 5:40. We're out of here. Holy shit, it is Thursday. I've got to make a video. I was about to do the meme video. It is Thursday. You're right. I really screwed up. What's up, Alhamdulillah Sam Al-Nawadi? How are you, dude? Alhamdulillah Makushev. Alhamdulillah JDM, brother. Are you feeling better? Oh my god, no, it's not. It's not Thursday for me. It's Thursday. It is Thursday for me. Oh god, I'm cooked. What a week. Can't be the end. Username is giving us his update. Alright, here's the update. It's pretty anticlimactic, boys. She made up with her daughter and now she doesn't seem as flirty. She did say it could still come out. But now her daughter lives with her for the summer. I mean, username. You know there's a way to play this, where you could go over to visit the daughter for summer, and then when daughter falls asleep, on mum's bedroom door. Username. There's a way that we can get this going, username. Yeah, I know, I was about to shoot the meme video. Oh my god, I've got to shoot a fucking, tier list video. I've got to do a tier list video. Put the gay hashtag pure pink. Absolutely not, Miguel. Absolutely not. That is not the kind of likes that we want to get on this channel. That's it, boys. I'm out of here. I live meme video. I'll do a live meme video one day. Hey, I can't sleep. Mind if we watch something? Exactly the username. You know what to do. Do it live right now, please. No. Dougie can't even speak English. People expect him to speak Arabic. Exactly. We're not doing a live video. We're not doing the tier list video live. We're not doing that. I'm going to go now. I'm going to shoot the tier list video, and then we're going to be done. Whoever gifted the subs, thank you. That was Mike Lang. He's a bloody challenge. Do the live video now, please. We're not doing the live video. No, because then you guys won't watch the video because you would have already seen it. All right? And then my algorithm will tank. Use your head. Use your head, boys. All right? If my algorithm tank, you guys watch the videos because you guys are the most dedicated to the channel. If you guys see the video, you don't watch them. And then YouTube doesn't push them out, because if your subscribers don't watch the video, it doesn't push it out to other people. What algorithm? The YouTuber. Anyway, I'm out of here, guys. What's up, Not the AM, bro? You caught me right at the end of the stream, brother. I hope you're having a good night. Have a good day. Have a good night. I'll see you guys later in the week. There's going to be a tier list tomorrow. Tier list video tomorrow. I just broke wind. Fair enough, Dano. Good to see you, mate. Come on, Dougie. Do not come on, Dougie. That would suck. There's going to be a tier list video tomorrow. What tier list? I don't know yet. I'm going to go look at my list of tier lists and I'll figure one out. Video tomorrow. Live stream tomorrow. Meme video for the members on Saturday. I don't know if I'll go live over the weekend. I'm kind of thinking about just going camping and running off into the forest and being disconnected for the weekend. So we'll see what I do over the weekend. Maybe there'll be a camping stream. Maybe there won't be. Maybe I'll just keep the weekend to myself. I don't know. I'm clearly cooked. I'm going to film a video, then have dinner, and then I'll see you guys in tomorrow's. Have a good night, boys. Thank you all so much for joining me on this stream. You're a bunch of bloody legends. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bloody have a good one, and see you there.